Hey y'all, it's Ryan here, and okay, I can't help myself. I am so excited about today's review because I'm going to be tackling the movie that I've been wanting to review for the longest time now. My Little Pony the movie! Can you believe we're finally tackling the best movie from last year, 2017? The movie has some of the best animation that you'll ever see, reminding us of the Disney Renaissance classic days like Beauty and the Beast and The Lion King and many more greats of animation. The music in the My Little Pony movie is some of the best ever, having celebrities like Sia and Emily Blunt and many more amazing people. The film is one of those perfect films, ones that you always describe as being magical. Yes, that was an intended pun and I love doing that. The film is very faithful to the My Little Pony cartoon and it's also a pretty funny movie. I know that I may have talked down about this movie in my top 10 worst My Little Pony cliches video, but that doesn't change how I truly feel about this movie. This is one of the best movies I have ever seen. I can't believe that we're finally going to look over it today. I love doing what I do on YouTube. So let's get our letters ready to write to Princess Celestia because this is My Little Pony, the movie review. Arrgh! Fine, let's just do this. I couldn't help myself with that opening skit. And yes, happy April Fool's Day! But it doesn't work when I'm the one getting fooled. But I couldn't help myself. Both of the MLP movies are literally titled My Little Pony The Movie. So I figured I did want to start a joke with that. Why couldn't the current version have a different title? Couldn't it have been called My Little Pony Friendship is Magic the Movie? The movie has connection with Season 8. I mean, the first literal scene of Season 8 proves to us that not only is the movie canon to the show, but it has a connecting point to the overall story of Season 8. Let's take a look at not the My Little Pony movie, but the My Little Pony movie. God damn it, still same fucking title. Okay, try again. Let's take a look at not the 2017 My Little Pony movie, but rather the original 1986 My Little Pony movie. Now, one thing that you'll notice is that this movie refuses to start right away. I get that it's the opening credits, but one thing that I want you to notice is how many ponies you see. How many ponies you see in the first minute and 45 seconds of the film? None. Zero. Not a single pony in the My Little Pony movie. I get that this is the first time that My Little Pony hit the big screen, but couldn't you actually start it faster? All this looks like at the beginning is more or less a cheap Disney knockoff. Let's just get to the part where the film actually starts.
Where'd you learn that?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. We need to establish this right away before it gets distracting. The voice acting in this is bad, and so is the singing. I'm just gonna come right up front about that. Now, I normally don't talk about who voices what when reviewing because it's irrelevant to the review, but I do want to talk about who voices this. Danny DeVito, Madeline Kahn, Cloris Reachman, Rhea Perlman, and Tony Randall. Now, the current MLP movie does technically use guest stars as well, but each guest star actually has a point to the film. Yeah, I'm sure that Songbird Serenade, Fizzlebop, Barry Twist, and all the other new characters could have just been voiced by the staff that worked on the film's show, but the guests that they got actually put effort into their characters, and they actually feel like they want to be part of the movie. And the songs are so good I actually listened to them on my own time, detached from the movie.
I made it up. Well, you better unmake it quick. You didn't like it? Well, it's great, lickety-split, but if you do that in the show, you'll mess up everyone else.
What I'm getting at is that they hired big celebrity voice actors and gave them no direction, and everyone that doesn't have a cringeworthy voice like Spike in Lickety Split sounds utterly boring. The movie's actual plot starts around the 4-minute mark as we see 3 women in a house above a volcano. Now, you know that 3 evil woman cliche that media likes to use? Yeah, that's them. I don't mind this when they do it good. I mean, I love, say, the Dazzlings, Adagio, Sonata, and Aria, who do follow this trope. But that's because their characters have more interesting personalities than the standard mean girl formula.
I love it when the wolf tries to eat little Fran.
Me too. But she always gets away.
Maybe she won't this time. Turn the page.
You turn it. I turned the last one.
Eating.
Oh, you're always eating.
These 3 just don't. And for some odd reason, Hydia, the mother, doesn't like it when Rika and Drago, the kids, call her mother.
Knock it off!
Yes, Mama.
What did you call me?
I'm sorry, Hydia. I didn't mean to call you Mama.
Yes, you did. I did not.
I don't get it at all. What's wrong with calling Hydia mother? Is it because she's not their mother? I mean, that would make more sense, I guess. But we never get an actual explanation on why she doesn't like being called mother. Speaking of no explanation, Hydia hates the ponies because... rocks? I don't know. I can't believe that I'm saying this, but in the first TV My Little Pony Rescue at Midnight Castle, the original T-Rex, who may be the same one as the current one, I don't know, but in that version, we at least know what he wants with the ponies. He needs 4 of them so that he can fly around and conquer the world in his chariot of darkness. I don't know why Hydia wants to get rid of the ponies. The best reason that we get is that she just hates the ponies and wants to wipe them out. I mean, we could have a reason that she wants the land that the ponies have so that she could build a nicer house than her current one. I mean, who the fuck builds above an active volcano? Even a weak reason like T-Rex wants for the ponies is at least a reason.
Oh, I can't see.
No, boss! Knock it off! Knock it!
What? Oh, I'm sorry. This scene is so pathetic that I had to laugh.
It's a pity your grandmother isn't around. She'd show you evil. Your grandfather wasn't so nice either. No. Except when everything around you was dark and dank and dreary. Before those sweet little ponies came along and made everything clean and bright and colorful. I can't stand it anymore!
Next stop to Gloomsville? Got it. Take this bus ticket there, Hydia. Okay, I guess that's a reason, but it's still a pathetic reason. And I know that I already brought up the singing, but I have to bring it up again, because Hydia, the main villain, gets a song.
Why can't you be evil like I taught you? Why won't you misbehave the way you should? You never use the guillotine I bought you. You're just not bad enough for your own good. Why can't you be mean like Aunt Eureka? She fed her victims till they almost burst. And cooked them with a smidgen of paprika. She always did her best to do her worst.
Let me just remind you what that other My Little Pony movie did for its white noise. We have an old woman complain that her supposed daughters aren't using their guillotine that she bought for them.
You never use the guillotine I bought you. You're just not bad enough for your own good.
You know, this song reminds me of someone.
Not awful, be bad.
Have you ever heard of this cartoon called Little Clowns of Happy Town? I mean, both the Little Clowns of Happy Town and My Little Pony the movie aired around the same time, so maybe it's a coincidence. But both the main villain have 2 idiot henchmen doing terribly to help out the bad guy at whatever scheme they're doing, and it get pissed at their henchmen never firing them, or at least making them leave their sight. The only difference is that for Little Clowns of Happy Town, it's with 3 male characters, while My Little Pony the movie uses 3 female characters. Also, this movie came out 1 year before that show, so I don't think it's a coincidence and more of a ripoff. Also, some of the paintings I think come to life, but because the song is so poorly structured, I can't tell what is real and what's not. If you like in Super Mario 64, when Mario jumps into a painting, he gets rejected instantly. Or more realistically, he goes through the wall painting or gets bonked off it and sent to the floor hurt. It's the same logic here. Also, the line peasants into pheasants is my favorite line of this song. I don't know why. Either it's so stupid it's funny or just funny in general, but I heard this song enough, thank you very much. Now we cut to the ponies and we have a dance. Okay, time to bring up the most obvious cliche in animated films. The hero's journey plot. The outcast, who is the main character, screws up their job / performance / whatever, and the movie is going to be them making up for that mistake. Yes, this cliche existed even back in 1986, and it was still annoying as all hell even back then. Lickety Split tries to express herself and basically ruins everything. She dances her way, and this causes every pony to fall down, making the audience laugh at all of them, and all the performers hate Lickety Split now. This prompts Lickety Split to run away from home to start the hero's journey, and Spike tags along because comic relief. And it's also the worst song of this movie. Trust me, I'm sparing you the bad audio here. I do want to point out that the animals were helping her be on her own, by the way, and all Spike does is leave a note stating that she's going alone forever. Couldn't he, I don't know, tell the other ponies so that she doesn't leave? Oh, just wait till she finds out what the internet is. Then she'll know her answer. What? Why does that sea pony wear a flotation device? I question the sea pony in and of itself, but G4 now has sea ponies, so I don't mind. They make a spell to flood the ponies, but it backfires. And even the ponies call them cute and more or less make fun of the 2 hillbilly witches. Wait, they know who they are? You know what, considering that these 2 aren't threatening, maybe it's reasonable that they don't fear them.
Fly! Like Wind Whistler and Northstar. But they're Pegasus ponies. You're just an Earthling.
Delays.
But seriously, Earthling? Man, Earth Pony sounds way better.
Let's Lickety Split loves the bush woolies. Maybe she went there.
Huh? Bush woolies?
It's a puckwudgie. Maybe I can make friends with it.
Huh, maybe this movie can be interesting then. Actually, no, the Bush Woolies turn out to be Grimace's babies. Like, you know Grimace, that purple guy from McDonald's? Well, if he had babies, these are more or less what they would look like. These guys act like the ponies. They're optimistic and annoying. Moving on. Man, I'm glad G4 made these better. And speaking of things G4 made better, let's go back to the two dumbass henchmen. They tell their mother...
What did you call me?
Okay, fine, I won't. They tell Hydia that they couldn't stop the ponies, so Hydia comes up with an idea to bring back an old enemy for the ponies to go again.
The Smooze!
Yes! I mean, did you ever wonder how the Smooze originated from My Little Pony? Yep, this is where he came from. Obvious is obvious, G4 version is much better. So I'm just gonna fast forward the next 7 minutes because there's nothing new for me to say. There's Bush Willies, Spike and Lickety Split are stuck below a waterfall pit and can't get out, and other ponies can't hear/see them, thanks to the waterfall. Rebeccah and Draggle sing a terrible song while collecting ingredients for the Smooze. Nothing else to say, it's just filler. Moving on. Then the Smooze starts attacking. It's like throwing gag and silly putty all over the place with a face.
Want some?
What is it?
Soft bat wings. Good.
Oh, that reminds me. The way they make Rebeccah a villain is that she is gross. Because she's a girl and loves gross out, that automatically means that she's a villain. By that logic, Lana Loud from the Loud House is a villain. By the way, this one yellow pony knows what the Smooze is, but no one else knows what it is. The excuse she uses is,
I'll explain later.
but we never get a fucking explanation. Yes, we the audience know what the Smooze is, at least how it was made and who made it, but the ponies in context don't know that answer. That yellow pony should know what's going on. She has a name but I don't care. Then we meet Kid Humans, Danny, and Megan and Molly. Okay, time to bring up a problem regarding this movie. You see, Megan appeared in 2 specials before this movie. They were called Rescue at Midnight Castle and Escape from Katrina, but those were on television. Many people will more than likely see a movie first before a television show. This is actually what makes the My Little Pony movie from last year really good. And it's this good probably unintentionally. Despite the fact that there are some things a new viewer won't understand about the movie, like how the ponies came together, or who Starlight and Trixie are, but if you're new to My Little Pony, this is actually a very good movie to watch. And even if you have seen every episode of the show leading up to the movie, which is the first 7 seasons, you will still enjoy the movie as well. It is very hard for a movie to truly entertain people that have both seen the show and not seen the show. Newcomers won't get lost at what's going on in the movie. In fact, the 2017 movie is so good in my eyes that I truly believe that it can actually help people get into the show. This movie though, you need to see the show in order to understand it at all. Yes, what little bare bones story this movie has, and yet you have to see the show in order to fully understand it. I understand who Megan and the Rainbow Light are because I've seen the episodes before I saw the movie. If you've never seen anything else of Generation 1, this will confuse you at best and bore you at worst. It's not the fact that this is a plot hole, it's the fact that they forgot to consider how this would make sense to newcomers.
Wind Whistler! North Star! You know them? They're My Little Ponies!
She said the line! Can I go home now? Wait, why am I asking that? I'm recording this at my home.
Here, take the rainbow, but let me go back with you. Maybe I can help. No, Megan. It's our fight.
Ha! I just love it when the 2 ponies ignore Meg.
Besides, it's too dangerous. I love danger, and I can ride like the wind. Me too. I'm better. We can all help. Perhaps you can.
So, the ponies won't allow the humans to help when Meg, the smartest of the 3 and knows the ponies the longest, suggests it, but when Danny, who has never met the ponies, suggests it, and even Molly tagging along, who are both younger than Molly with no experience in ponies or their world, suggest it. They allow it. You know, this reminds me of when Family Guy always gives abuse to Meg and say their catchphrase to her.
Shut up, Meg.
Considering how Meg is being treated in this movie, especially right here, it makes me think if this was where the whole shut up Meg joke originated from. Then they take the humans back to their homeland, and then the Smoozes start singing, because rocks.
Something bad is coming down. Have you heard the news?
Listen up.
Do I even need to comment on these songs? The sad part is that this is the best song of the film. Yeah, no good soundtrack. I guess they couldn't come up with their version of Rainbow from Sia. I also want to point out that the sail of the ship looks like giant women's underwear for where they put their boobs. What the fuck? Seriously, I'm not the only one who sees that, right? So Meg opens up the rainbow of light and it destroys the Smooze. This rainbow of light does whatever the plot wants it to do. Yep, it's more or less an ex machina. Even in the T-Rex original fight, it kinda was like that as well. It's then revealed that the girls purposely forgot an ingredient called a flume, because it's too dangerous to get it, but now they have to get it. Oh, I didn't mention this before, but all the ingredients that they got to make the Smooze are stupid. It's like what the writers were thinking were more or less, hey, this sounds gross, let's add it in. And let's make up our own gross out words while we're at it. What's with the ice cream torture? Are these two lactose intolerant? Do they simply not like ice cream? If that's the case, why would you give them ice cream? I don't get it at all. It's revealed that the rainbow has been caught by the Smooze, so that means they can't ex machina out of their problems now. They can't go back to their castle because the Smooze covers it and they need a new place to live. Some ponies are happier than others while others are just mean.
I'm going with you. Unicorns are good luck.
Oh good, that means I'm good luck because I'm a unicorn. The two dumbass girls get the flume and then we see the leprechaun merchant guy, Mr. Moochik. That game he plays. You know how Legend of Korra doesn't explain pro bending? Well, it's the same thing here. It's kind of like a 3D checkers game, but whatever, I don't care. So Moochik shows the ponies a bunch of houses that the ponies can live in. Stop! Okay, I know that this isn't important in the long run, but really is little moments like this that piss me off. This wizard guy, it's more or less saying right here that he can do almost any magical spell out there. I mean, at the end of the song, he creates a house out of thin air.
I have several questions.
Why can't he do this? Does his magic have limits? What was the point of that montage song beyond filler? Why can't his magic conjure up another rainbow? Hell, why not at least have his magic have the rainbow be free from the Smooze? And I can go on and on asking more questions like this because they make no logical sense. This is why my top 10 worst My Little Pony cliches video was 2.5 hours long. Because I watched the show so much, like for 6 years at this rate, I've been watching My Little Pony, I notice problems in the show that a newcomer won't get. But here, even in just a one-time watch, this scene doesn't logically work in my eyes. And the more that you watch something, the more problems that you tend to notice. But let's talk about limits of magic. Actually no, I already talked about unicorn magic in my cliche list. So instead, let's actually talk about what you can do in anime and fiction. The truth is that you can pretty much do anything that you want. And I don't mean that as a joke. The biggest advantage of the medium of animation is not the way that you can make your characters have over-the-top expressions or great use of exaggeration. It's the fact that you can do pretty much whatever you want. That's what makes it great in the end. You want a show where teenagers have actual puberty monsters telling them things about sex? Fine. You want a cartoon where talking anthropomorphic animals go in-depth with the meaning of life? Fine. You want a girl be born on the moon as a moonflower? That's fine too. Or hell, have a boy live in a house with 10 different sisters? Amazing. But no matter what kind of show you make, for kids or for adults, you need to have rules to your world. This is why I do love Friendship is Magic for the record, borrowing a few bad moments from my cliche list, but that's only minor problems. They keep the world interesting, they bring up any issues that viewers might have, they make interesting stories, but most importantly, their stories stay internally consistent. It's pretty obvious that you can't get this 100% of the time, as I have questioned this in the past, as my cliche list proved, but in the end they still make coherent stories that I can buy. If you're a slice-of-life show like The Loud House, or a higher continuity show in lore and high fantasy like My Little Pony, you need to have consistency to your world. No matter what show you watch, having rules is a necessity. Even if it's something wacky like Ren and Stimpy, Animaniacs, Looney Tunes, or Tom and Jerry. They all each have consistent rules to their world. Even though they each get beaten up so many times that they would be dead in reality, but because they all tell stories that actually connect in a cartoonish, believable way, we can let it slide that they can live in each episode. And because it's also entertaining, the audience can allow this to happen. If you're going to tell me that this random wizard can conjure up a house, you should be able to tell me that he can do more. Or at the very least, why he can't do more. Limited magic, or hell, just being a stuck-up jackass could be an answer. But we don't get any answers out of this. So we go back to Spike and Lickety Split. They meet these rock-like monsters, they have no purpose to the story other than Lickety Split not knowing what Smooze is, and yet these guys know what Smooze is. Once again, it's just like that one yellow pony from earlier. So we're gonna fast forward again, when we get to the parts that are worth talking about. Hydia gives the Smooze its extra neat ingredient and the Smooze rises again. And the two idiots help wake up another monster. The ponies find a flutter pony in the well, which means that they're getting close to finding the flutter ponies that Moochik talked about in order to stop the Smooze once and for all. There's even a fight scene with some evil trees, and a gigantic spider that the two idiots woke up. And I'll give this movie credit here. The fight scene with the trees is actually pretty fun. Dare I say good. I just love it when the trees shoot out bark at them. And yes, it is the best part of the movie. I just wish we had more scenes like this instead of those terrible songs that feel like ear rape. Ow! They eventually meet the flutter ponies. Oh, and Spike and Lickety Split magically come back to the main group. Yeah, that whole side plot of Spike and Lickety Split disappear in the beginning, 100% pointless. But I want to talk about the worst part of the movie. Yeah, all that singing, pandering, pointless filler, and even inconsistent rules were bad. But it's not the worst part. Okay, maybe the rules. But my least favorite part of the movie is the solution how the Smooze is defeated.
Push back the Smooze! It's the flutter ponies! ponies! My Smooze!
The Smooze is defeated because the flutter ponies flap their wings. Yep, that's literally the answer. My problem isn't that it's stupid. My problem is that you have fucking Pegasus ponies! This isn't just a G4 problem where in that show Pegasi are better than flutter ponies. If you want proof of a comparison of what I'm talking about, look no further than the episode Sonic Rainbow. Remember when Rarity got those special wings for that one episode? Those type of wings are more or less the kind of wings these flutter ponies have in this movie. And it's shown that Rarity isn't the fastest flyer per se. But regular Pegasi, not just Rainbow Dash, are faster than Rarity. But even in this G1 movie, Pegasi are still shown being stronger and faster than flutter ponies. Why can't you use Pegasi for this Pegasi mission? This is clearly something that a Pegasus can do. We don't need flutter ponies! Pegasi have always had better wing power. You could probably use half as many Pegasi to get rid of the Smooze. It's just flapping your wings. Oh, what does Hideous say about all?
Nothing can stop the Smooze! I'm mine!
Yep, best explanation to how random ponies flapping their wings defeat a bad guy. That sounds stupid, even 4 My Little Pony lost. So the Smooze gets defeated, all 3 girls live shittily ever after, which is odd because I thought they were going to make the 2 girls good guys in this. The 2 G1 episodes reformed villains, so I was honestly surprised that they didn't reform. Drago didn't even feel like a villain, she was just dumb. The rock monsters get Dream Castle, Smooze is gone, and the movie ends. Finally, the movie is over. I can see why this made less than $6 million worldwide at the box office now. This movie is boring at best and annoying at worst. There is no logic to this film like with the Wizard or how the flutter ponies have to save the day but never establish why the Pegasi can't just do it. All the songs are garbage. Even the tree monsters or the Smooze weren't enough to smooth me over. Can I use that pun? I just did. It's a miracle that this is how My Little Pony started. And stuff like this is what the people that made Friendship's Magic start off with. I mean, people like Lauren Faust grew up with this and wanted to make their own cartoons. But it's hard, I bet, for people to look back at this kind of stuff. I'm not saying that all stuff from the 1980s was this bad, probably. I mean, there's stuff out there that I want to see more. And there's probably even anime out there that I probably want to see. I know there's this one show called Urusei Yatsura, one of the first anime out there that I know of from the 1980s, and I've heard it's very good, and I might want to check out at some point. I don't know much about 1980s animation beyond every cartoon being toyetic or just being preachy and teaching a moral. And it came out after the 1970s, the worst decade in animation. That's all I know about. And this was before things like DuckTales and the Disney Afternoon thing. So it's not like I knew that much about 1980s animation. Before DuckTales, I don't know that much at all beyond every cartoon's being for toys. If you want a good My Little Pony movie, just watch the 2017 version. It's literally this movie done right in every single way. Better voices, better songs, and better animation. And the connections are better. Even newcomers won't get confused. But here they will because they didn't watch the show. Starlight G, Giants 5, Homestuck Brony 3, Rebeccah Orion, out.